everybody, it's Patti and Debbie from Print and Pixel Studio. And this week we had a suggestion from one of our viewers, Weltha Smith. She always comes up with some good projects for us to try. And this is one that she had inspired us to do. And what we're doing is altering buttons, I guess you could call it. So we have, and I'm sure if you've been watching the channel for a while, we've come across many buttons, and some of them are not exactly gorgeous. You know, they're just kind of basic little buttons. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not super pretty. So we thought, okay, well, that's a good idea because we have all these buttons, and we have napkins, and we have tea bags, and we have fabric and all kinds of stuff, stamps, all kinds of stuff that we could do to decorate these. So we're giving it a try here today, and we're going to show you first some of the things that we came up with, and then we'll show you how we accomplished the look. So first of all, we decoupaged napkins, and they came out really cute. You know, let's see, do we have any? Which ones are these guys?
Napkin.
This guy? Yeah. This napkin. Look how cute those turned out. You know, they're super cute, and they still have the holes in there so that you can, you know, stitch them onto your projects, and they look really good on the back. Now this one, Debbie did it on both sides, which is a cute idea.
Yeah, they're fun and easy.
And this little guy, he's off the same napkin. Yeah, here he is down here. Same, am I in camera? Okay, same napkin here. Super cute. So what was kind of a homely little ugly duckling is now something you can really be proud of and have a lot of fun with. And let's see, who else do we have? Oh, this one. This looks like it's hand painted. Now we did cover it with some glossy accents just to see what would happen, give it a shine, and we like it. This one is, where is he? Open up the napkin here. This one is this guy. And so I just took him and kind of lined him up on the page to see where he would fit best, and then decoupaged him onto the napkin, and he came out perfect. Now, the back I kind of messed up because I had thought I was going to paint that pink. I did it and I didn't like it, so I scraped it off. So this guy is still in the works, coming up with an idea for the back side of him. But anyway, the front of the button is super cute. And this one, Debbie had a cool idea. She goes, what if, now this one, is this?
That is just a random piece of
napkin. Yeah.
We had gotten it from a viewer from Denmark. She sent us a bunch of napkins. Right. And I don't even have another piece of it, I don't think.
It was a white background, and
it's like cherry blossoms or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The paper napkin had kind of a white background to it and real light pink and green floral pattern. And so she decoupaged it onto the napkin, and then she put glossy accents on it, but then she sprinkled glitter into the glossy accents. And look how cute that is. That came up super cute.
We have to be extra nice to Mom today. She's filming this sick. She doesn't feel good.
I'm puny today. Anyway, so be nice. Don't laugh if I make mistakes. And here again, these are napkins. Let's see. This guy is this one. Yeah. This guy is this. I got him right side up here. No, here. This guy is this napkin, and you can see how many cool looks you could get out of this piece. And this guy is one of our favorites. It's this one, isn't it, Deb?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cute. But look how cute they are. And we used super flat Mod Podge on these. And we liked that. But then we also kind of liked this one that came out shiny. Here's another shiny one. This guy came out of this guy. Here he is. Yeah. But look how cute they are.
Right?
Super cute.
If you guys like these napkins, we do sell them in our Etsy shop.
Yeah, little kits of them, so you don't have to buy 40,000 of the same napkin, you know. Okay, and then these two little blue and reds, these are a couple of my faves. These little tiny guys. This is this napkin. But look how cute those are, those designs. You can just line up your napkin or your buttons and get all kinds of different looks with just this one napkin and a couple of buttons. So then Debbie thought, what if we do fabric? And you know, we know you can do fabric buttons. You can buy those kits, you know, to make fabric buttons. But we don't have those kits, and we wanted to try a fabric button. And look how great this came out. Look at that. Super cute. And the backside flattens out really well. This one happens to have one of those stems on it.
Yeah.
So you could, you know, sew it on and onto your journal and then use it, wrap your closure cord around it, and it would be really cute. Another thing, I saw somebody on YouTube the other day put these on paper clips, which is a cute idea.
Oh, that is
the ones that have
idea.
the shaft,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. It's a really, I'm
cute.
sorry I don't remember who it was. Sometimes I get going on YouTube just looking through there, seeing what people are doing, and I'll see something and I don't take the time to mark it and remember who it was. But anyway, if you're out there, we thought that was a really cute idea that you had. And then here, we just took a piece of a book page and did the same thing, just decoupaged it on to the button. And then we get to these little guys. Now, this guy was a large button. This actually was a shell button. And it was pretty big. We couldn't figure out where we would ever use it, so we decided to transform it. And this, we took, let me find some here. Not too organized. Well, anyway, this isn't the color that you want. You want it more tea-dyed. I just don't have any here. But anyway, just a piece of tea-dyed tea bag paper. And I decoupaged it. Well, first, I take that back. I stamped it first with a stamp that we had. And I just stamped it, you know, wherever I wanted it, to see, you know, how it would fit best on the button. So just stamped it on the tea bag material. Now, this we used, I think, VersaCraft, this ink that they have that's good for fabric, paper, wood, and more. I don't know what the more is, but it's good for more. So anyway, stamped this design onto the tea bag, and then laid the tea bag over the button and decoupaged it on. And this is one of our favorites. We love this. It looks super vintage, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And it even picks up, and I don't know if you could see it in the camera or not, but it even picks up kind of the shine from the button underneath. We didn't put any shiny stuff on it. This is strictly with super flat Mod Podge, and we did not put anything shiny on it. But it shows through from the button underneath, and it looks great. Another thing I wanted to point out is, don't worry if you do like I do. Mine never come out perfect. You know, I was putting the stamped piece on, and it kind of slipped up, and so it didn't fit right down to the edge. But you know what? So what? Look, we inked the edge, and look how cool that looks. I think it actually looks better than if it actually fit right close to the edge. It gives it more of a vintage feel to it, more of a worn look. So, you know, if you have something, don't throw it away. Just look and see, what can I do? I could ink this, and I think it could come out good. I think on this one, too, I took a little piece of embroidery, or not embroidery, but nail file, and kind of like went over the edge to give it kind of a used or worn look. So there's all kinds of stuff you could do. And now we're coming to our favorites. We love these. These are postage stamps. And look how cool they look. You know, they're just, I'll have to hold some up to the camera here. We tried to pick some out that had the, what do you call that when they stamp over it?
Here we go, charades with Patti and Debbie.
You know,
sounds
when
like
they have the, when they
postmark.
stamp, postmark, there you go. Well, I have an excuse. I don't feel well. You do.
Well, on our other videos, we feel well, and we still can't remember what the heck we're doing. God.
Okay, so anyway, look at these. Look how cool these are, you know? Now, if you still wanted to put thread through them, the holes are on the back. And the reason for that is we wanted the flat surface to attach our designs to. You can do it on the front side like we did here with the napkins and stuff. But we felt with these little tiny pieces that the smooth side was the best choice. Less work, and we wouldn't lose a lot of the design. So we turned it over and used the back side, and so what,
Right.
Who's to say what side you're supposed to use? But if you wanted to, sew them onto something, you can still do that by using the awl and poking the hole from the back so that you get it, how you want it. And then you might want to go in from the front and poke it down a little bit just to smooth it out. But cute, cute, cute. Look at these. I mean, they're so great.
Oh, they're so cool.
And we have
Yeah.
we have a box of stamps like you wouldn't believe. And these aren't all of them. This is just one box. But look how cool these are. I mean, these would be super cute in a journal, on a tag, whatever. Really, really cute. These, I think, are our faves. We loved them. We loved how they turned out because the patterns are all kind of cool, different.
So different and from all over the world.
Right,
too.
right.
They're so fun.
Right. And here's one that we did the glossy accents on. Here's something similar to it that you can see without the glossy accents. We kind of lean towards the non-glossy, but
It looks cool though.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean, you may come up with something, and we could, and think, oh, this really needs more shine to it. It needs a little more punch. And so that glossy accents is really cool and super easy to do. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to show you how to make them. I tried to get Debbie to do it, but she's a big chicken. So anyway, here we go. So we're picking out some buttons here. Yeah, this is the big one because we have these kind of stamps too in that collection. And this is a whole bunch of stamps that we got from Debbie's uncle. Was that Lynn collected these?
No, Dad. No, I don't know where these ones.
Yeah,
This box is from a estate sale that we got. This is just one box.
This is the estate sale? Oh, I thought this was your dad's stamps.
No.
Anyway, wherever they came from, they're really cool. And there's all different kinds in there. Some you might not want to use, but there's a lot of really good ones. Like, look at this one. I mean, how perfect is that? So another thing that we tried when we did these is, do we have any wax paper? I wanted to put a piece of wax. I forgot to get it. We also used FabriTac on these. Now, we have sandpaper, and a lot of people sandpaper them, and we did too at first. But then we thought, hey, let's try FabriTac and see what happens. What?
Is that too big?
No, I'll fold it. Okay. So we did, and I don't know, Debbie, how'd you like it? The FabriTac.
I actually liked the FabriTac.
I did too. It was easier than sanding and all that stuff, And so the secret to it is don't put tons on like somebody that we know did, not Debbie. I'm of the school where if a little is good, a lot is really good, but that's not the case here. So what you want to do is just, now is this that one that doesn't work?
Here, switcheroony.
There we go. The Mutt and Jeff School of Crafting. Okay, so I'm going to do this down here first, and then I'll hold it up to the camera so you can get kind of an idea of how much glue goes on it. You want to make sure you get your edges pretty good. And this is messy. So don't, if you're afraid of getting glue on your fingers, this isn't the craft for you.
Or use some gloves or something.
Yeah,
like latex
yeah.
gloves or something.
But one thing about this FabriTac, it just kind of rolls off after it dries. It's not hard to get off your hands.
No.
Okay, so I think that's about right. Okay, so this is basically kind of the amount. Can you see it? Debbie has to guide me under the camera. So I hope you can see that. It's not a lot, but it's enough, Okay, it's basically you're going to have to do trial and error like we did. I mean, this is the first time we've ever done these. So, you're going to have to just kind of see what works for you. Now, another thing we found was turn your stamp or your napkin or whatever it is over. First, get kind of an idea of where you want it, how far you want it from the top. So this one runs pretty close up here. So if you turn it over, whoops, sorry, that's okay. If you turn it over, then you can kind of eyeball it and get it to fit on the stamp. Now, another thing with this FabriTac is you have a couple minutes to kind of adjust it. But this looks pretty good, I think. Mm-hmm. Don't you? I mean, Of course, you're never going to get the whole stamp on there, but you don't want to. So what you do is just kind of press it down where it is that you want it to be. And I was more interested in the lady's face than any of this stuff down here. So I kept my button kind of towards the top. All right. I'll let her dry for a minute, and we'll go ahead and do one of these on the... Is that it for the stamp?
I think that's the one.
Yeah. Okay, where is my little bird stamp? There's this little bird from Australia that we found. He's super cute.
So cute.
I know, I love this little guy. Or New Zealand, little kiwi. So now here's a stamp that you have to make a choice. I don't think the whole thing is going to fit. Well, no.
No.
Well, not bad, because you've got, I know you guys probably can't see it. It's so darn small. But you've got, I'd like to have New Zealand in there and some of the kiwi, and I think I could get it. Let's see. It's going to be close, but I think it'll work. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Okay, again, I'm going to put a little bit of the FabriTac on the back. And Wealth, they keep coming up with the good ideas.
Right. We love it.
I know. And any of the rest of you, if you have any stuff, anything that you want to see done, or, any kind of thing like that, let us know, because we like to try new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so here again, not just enough on, not too much. If you get too much on, it's a real mess. Take it from somebody who knows. All right, so make sure he's right side up. Come on, buddy. And sometimes it's kind of hard because it sticks to your hand. But just have a little pair of tweezers next to you and you can kind of adjust it easy enough. Now, I know that I want New Zealand, and it's pretty high up at the top. So let's see what we got. Yeah, that's cute. Mm-hmm. Huh? Yeah, he works. Okay. Yeah, let's let him dry. And should we do a napkin real quick?
Sure.
Okay. So, let's see. This one's always good to use.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's lots of flowers.
Yeah, there's lots of flowers on here. Oh my gosh.
Napkin,
yes,
right?
you can. Yeah. There's so many different varieties of flowers on here. Come on, guy.
And with your napkins, you just want to be sure if you have a 2-ply or 3-ply to take it down to the 1-ply, right?
Yes. Now, as I was doing that, I thought, if you don't have tea bags, no big deal. You can use these napkin backings and coffee dye them, and then use those in place of the tea bags like we showed you there. Got tape over there? We're always so prepared for any emergency.
Thank goodness our studio is small. That we're
Yeah.
not reaching this.
Excuse me. I don't know what I have. I think it's the stomach flu is what it is. Okay. Whoops. Hitting the light. So we're peeling this next layer off. You just kind of do it carefully so you don't tear your napkin up. But anyway, like I said, use these, you know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Color them with tea or coffee or something. They're pretty darn sturdy.
Yeah.
Okay, so which button am I using here? Let's see. This guy?
For your little, oh, you did your kiwi. I mean, you could do any one. There's bigger ones.
Yeah, let's try a bigger one. Okay, so again, I'm going to turn this over so that the ridge is on the bottom and the flat part is on the top because it makes it so much easier to do. Alrighty, now we got to pick out and see what we want to have on there. And for the one nice thing about the napkins is they're pretty transparent, so you can see pretty much what you're going to get. Do you like that guy?
Yeah, he's cute.
Okay, we could do him. There's so many cute ones, it's hard.
I know.
Oh, I like this little tulip type thing. That'd be kind of cute, a little tulip.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do him. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is tear out that little tulip carefully so I don't rip him. Okay. You will lose a little bit of your napkin, but you still have tons more to use. You can cut it out too if you'd rather. Okay. All right, then we're going to put a little more of the FabriTac on there. We just find that the FabriTac really sticks to the smoothness of the button to where, like we were saying before, you don't have to sand it. Anyway, that's been our experience. You could try it and see how it works for you.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Huh?
It worked good.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So here we go. And this guy, I'm going to kind of set him from the front because he's so small that it's kind of hard to tell where he's going to be from the bottom. I think that works. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now just kind of press him down carefully so he doesn't rip.
And if he rips, mine ripped. Remember I did this guy?
Yeah.
But it kind of, you can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera where he ripped through, you can see the shininess of the button through there. So he's still workable.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt him.
Yeah.
Okay, now we go over the top with the decoupage.
Yes.
The Mod Podge. Yeah. Let it dry a minute. Put him over here and we'll try some of these that have been drying for a minute. Almost forgot this part. Okay, so just take a little bit of decoupage and start painting over your design. And you can kind of feel the button underneath. And you don't have to go all one way. You know, it makes it kind of more interesting if it has a little texture. Now, what I think I should have done, I forgot because we haven't made these for a few days, cut it off first before I put the decoupage on.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Come here, buddy. I'll let that dry for a second.
I think your scissors
Are they here?
I had them down here, orange scissors for you.
You did?
I did. I had it all out for you.
Well, I don't know where they are. Here, let me have these little guys.
Yeah, those work good.
Yeah, because these are so small. Okay, so after the FabriTac has dried a little bit, take your scissors and go around the edge of the button. And it doesn't take long for the FabriTac to dry, but it makes it a lot easier than if you try to do it before while it's still wet. Okay, there he is. Perfect. And where's my little, this guy? All right, come on, buddy. And this isn't rocket science. You don't have to, you know, it's pretty easy to cut once the button is glued on, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with it.
Yeah. And if you have any little fringes, don't worry about it. We'll show you how to fix that at the end.
Okay. There, cute, cute, cute. And this guy's dry. Now this guy, I put the Mod Podge on too soon, so don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, but it's better if you cut off all the extra paper first. All right. Okay, super cute. And now you're probably saying, oh, I don't like how that white shows on the edges. Well, that's part of the stamp, so there's nothing we can do about that. But what we are going to do about it is ink it. I decoupaged or Mod Podged mine before I inked, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the distress ink will wipe off when you decoupage.
Yeah. So put your Mod Podge on there, and it doesn't have to be a real heavy, my hair in the way, a real heavy coat, just enough to make sure that everything's adhered to the button really well. Here we go here. Yeah, cute. Okay. Now you could also go around the edges of these with, you know, like gold marking pen or silver marking pen or something like that. I would make sure I put kind of a coat of Mod Podge on the edges just to make sure that it has something to grip to. Maybe not. We didn't try it, so I don't know, you know, if we needed to or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
We kind of liked them inked, but, you know, who knows? Have we got a gold pen there?
These are oil-based. So
yeah, that should stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, that's it. Now we'll let that dry for a second, and then we'll ink them up and see what we got. But you can see how easy they are to do. And gosh, if you have a bunch of ugly duckling buttons, you could easily transform them into something really worthwhile, you know, really fun to use.
Yeah. I found a clear button. Remember we were talking earlier?
Oh, yeah. So here's one. Sorry, you guys. Here's one that's clear. This one has a little yellow cast to it, but I think that'll just add to the vintage look of it. But you can use clear buttons as well, and you can do them in a different way. Let's see.
What do you use this guy? A napkin or a stamp, or what do you?
I don't know. Let's just use this napkin so we don't tie up looking around for stuff. Okay, so we're going to use this napkin again. I kind of think maybe the stamps are a better idea.
Yeah.
Because they have more contrast and color. Those are too small.
Let me find a big one that's cute. Well, I mean, you can just for color to see if you can see through it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if I like that or not.
Yeah.
It's kind of not really.
Somebody had mentioned that if you use a clear button, you could glue your paper or design or something on the back and see through it.
You know, what this might work on is like a book page.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see this.
On camera? No.
No. Oh.
Anyways, we were trying to.
You could use it on a book page maybe, and that way it would be. I think what it is I don't like the yellow.
Yeah, it's an old
yeah,
button.
yeah, we don't have any real clear ones, but this is something that you guys could try. If you have some clear buttons, give it a try. I don't like
There's a
have
button.
you got a clear one? Oh,
Kind of.
ask and you shall
He's
receive.
so old, but
It's
yeah.
better
Yeah.
with a clear button, but it needs to be bigger because the problem with it is with this kind of thing, you have to have the design so if you do stitch through the holes, there's something left there to see, you know?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be something that you could try.
Yeah.
We don't have the correct thing for it here, so I'm not going to try it.
Yeah.
But we will.
Yeah, let
because
us
it's
know
a super
if
good
anybody
idea.
tries it with clear.
Yeah. All of ours are kind of opaque or have kind of a, you know, like this one, kind of a yellow
Aged
look to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you had clear buttons, which you could easily find, not even vintage, you could find those at, you know, Hobby Lobby or
Walmart.
somewhere easily.
Yeah.
And they're usually not very expensive. And do that because I think you could get a really cute look with that. And that was kind of an afterthought this morning that we saw. Okay, so these guys are dry. My assistant is getting my ink ready. So you just go ahead and ink around the edges. Or, like I was saying, you could use a metallic pen would be cute, depending on, you know, depending on your design and how you want it to look.
Yeah.
What kind of feel you're going for. Yeah.
If you guys try these, share what you guys
came
up with.
Right.
We love to hear, you know, everybody has their own interpretations.
Right. Everybody has their own style.
Fun to hear.
Yeah,
we
right.
love it when you guys share.
Right.
All that stuff.
So you can see on this one now, you don't really pay much attention to that where it was white. You know, once you ink it, it gives it kind of a vintage feel, and you don't notice it as much. In fact, it adds a little detail to it. So that's good. See, I love that, how that face came out there. Okay, and this little guy. Now here on these too.
You don't Oops, sorry.
What?
Go ahead. Never mind. I was going to tell you, you don't have to ink these ones, but if you have rough edges, you can file them off the edges. Like if you have any little.
Right. Like Debbie's saying, you don't have to ink these if you don't, this style, if you don't want to, the napkins. But if you have any, like, see that little bumpy edge there, you just take the nail file and just gently file that down. No problem. But what I was going to say too is just sitting here doing this, I thought, you know, there's so many pretty colored inks out there now that maybe, I mean, depending on what you're doing, you know, maybe something in some of the pastels or something like from Ranger would be really cute. But you can see that you don't really need to do anything to it. And it's tight as tight can be on there. And it's a real clean edge and, you know, simple, simple, simple. Right?
Yeah, so simple, so cute.
Yeah, we love them. Yeah. We can see a lot of potential for these. Really cute.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess that's our whole video today. Wait, that was fast.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it was fast because you're not feeling it.
Yeah, we wanted to do kind of a fast video today since I'm going home and going to bed. But it's weird. I never get sick. I get sick maybe once a year. And it's always, you know, a couple of days and then I'm back on my feet. So this is what I'm going through now. It's just, I mean, thank goodness I never get sick. But I think I have some kind of flu. I was supposed to get my flu shot and didn't get it at the doctor's office, so I got to do that. But anyway, we hope you guys, let me get this wax paper out of here. We hope you guys will give these a try because they are super easy. And we have so many stamps that we're thinking about putting some little packages of, you know, stamps and napkins we already have in our shop. But, pardon me, just little sets of them so you don't have to buy, you know, so you can get an assortment without having to buy 20 packs of napkins. But we're going to put some of these little stamps, go through and pull out some that we think might be cute for you guys, and throw some of our ugly buttons in there. And that would be a cute little kit to have and play with.
Yeah.
And again, you can do it without, having to go out and buy a button box full of buttons or anything. So they're getting harder to find in the thrift stores and stuff.
Right?
Yeah,
I know.
Can't believe it. And the ones in the craft stores are so expensive when you go to buy very many of them.
Right.
Yeah, but dollar store probably has some, I would think.
Well, yeah. I looked there. I just happened. Somebody wanted to go to the dollar store for Halloween stuff, and so Mom said, "Oh, take her to the dollar store. Everything's $1. How much are you going to spend?" Well, $30 later, because everything at the dollar store is a Dollar Tree. Actually, we were at is not $1.25 or whatever.
No, it's not even $1.50.
She picked was $6, $7. Yeah. Anyways, I always run through the crafty part of there. And they do have buttons, but they're like opaque-ish, like colored buttons.
Oh yeah, no. Well,
so I mean,
they could use those for some things.
Them, but if you're using the napkin, it might show through.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The stamps might work on them.
Yeah, but they were all in like.
Or if you're using digitals, you could use digitals too.
Oh yeah, you could do this with digitals. Yeah, that's right. We didn't do that. Oh well.
I know. Yeah. I don't know what we were thinking. I guess. Well, I know why I wasn't thinking.
Right.
Yeah,
you were
because we have again, and not just to push what's in our shop, but we have those digitals that are like in little 1-inch circles, and all of those that we had when we did that wax paper deal.
Oh yeah.
And so those would be cute.
Yeah,
they would be cute. Check them out and see what you think. But anyway, book pages, napkins, stamps. Anything you've got.
Ink stamps, yeah. You could even use we don't have very many tiny ones, but these little tiny kinds of stamps that you could stamp on your tea bags and
you could in fact, you could probably put your tea bag right on the button and then stamp right onto it from there, to make sure you have the right size and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, another thing we thought, maybe pattern paper.
Yes, pattern paper would be good. We didn't show that today.
No.
But that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cute. That would be really cute. Let's see this.
Yeah. So there's just
it's just, experiment and try different things. And I'm sure you'll come up with a lot more cool ideas than we have here. It's just a matter of just letting your imagination run and see what you can do. And we hope you'll share them with us and tell us, what kind of outcome you had. And, if you've come up with some really cool ideas about how we could do it better, we're game.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's it for us today. And thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next week.